Hey everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make a bahn, which is a crepe normally filled with shrimp and pork belly. We're going to be using a bunch of different farm vegetables in ours. The first step is going to be prepping all the vegetables. I went with starting with asparagus, so I'm going to break off all the fibrous ends and then just slice it into about 1/4 inch rings. You can go ahead and add it into a bowl, and then I'll start with my green beans. I'm cutting them into about 1/2 inch pieces, and those will get added right into the bowl with the asparagus. Next we have carrots, which will add some nice texture. Go ahead and peel them, cut them lengthwise, and then I like to cut them on a slight bias once they're already in half. It just adds a little bit more visual appeal. Add that into your bowl as well. These are the Hakurei turnips, which I think make a great addition. So I'm going to go ahead and just quarter them. These don't have to be peeled because their skin is so thin. So just quarter them, then turn it over and slice about the same thickness as the carrots and the asparagus. I'm also going to be adding a beet into mine because I think beets are delicious and it'll actually add a lot of pretty color as well. So I'm going to cut them just how I cut my Hakurei turnips. Maybe a little bit thinner for the beet since it's a more dense vegetable. And up next is some kale. I like to curl the leaves all together in a bunch and chiffonade it, which is a nice thin strip, and then cut it down the middle once more. Then just mix all your vegetables all together and we'll set them aside. Next, I'm going to make the sauce so it can be marinating while everything else is working. That is our fish sauce. We have about 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, about 2 tablespoons of sugar. All of these ratios can be adjusted to your own liking as well. And to that mixture, I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of water. And just whisk it all together. You don't have to heat the sauce up or anything. And then we're going to end up adding a Serrano chili. You can use Serrano, jalapeno, Thai chili. I just happen to have Serrano, so I'm going to mince that up and put it right into the sauce. I'm also going to add 3 cloves of fresh garlic. I'm going to mince that up as well and just add it to the sauce. And then it'll allow the flavors to really infuse while you're prepping the rest of the items. So just set your sauce aside, and that's going to be our dipping sauce for the whole crepe. So for the batter, you're going to need to start with coconut milk, salt, turmeric, rice flour, which usually comes in a bag looking like this. We have some regular flour, just all-purpose flour, and almost 1 quart of water. So this batter is going to be made in the blender, so I throw the coconut milk in first, the turmeric and the salt. Then I'll add in my regular flour and my rice flour. And then to start the batter, only pour in about 1/2 of your water at a time. Otherwise, your blender will be overloaded and you'll probably end up splashing batter everywhere. So pour about 1/2 in and then blend it for about a minute. And then you'll see there's some more space in the blender where you can add the rest of the water. But if you added it all at once, it'd be way too much and overflow. Blend it for another minute. This batter is going to seem really thin. But it'll work out perfectly. So don't try and thicken the batter or anything. Just leave it as it is, set it aside, and this will be our final assembly of the bahn itself. So you cook your vegetables in a nice hot pan, get some nice color, and you'll want a little more oil than you think you'll need. And then about a 4-ounce ladle of the batter will go right over the top of the vegetables. As you can see, it's evenly distributed. You can kind of tilt your pan to move it along. And then let it sit for about 4 minutes and then kind of push the edges with a spatula and you'll feel the pancake kind of release. And you should be able to slide it back and forth. Then you'll know it's getting close to ready. Once it kind of releases from the pan, let it cook for another 2 minutes or so until the edges get nice and crispy. And then you're just going to fold it over so you have crispy side on the top, crispy side on the bottom, and soft in the middle. Traditionally, there are bean sprouts in the middle, but I didn't have any, so this is going to be our version. It almost looks like an omelet. And this is traditionally eaten with lettuce and herbs, so I like to get that ready. And this is how it should look all together. You'll have your lettuce, your herbs, your crepes, your dipping sauce. And then the best way to eat it is to kind of make like little lettuce wraps. So take a piece of crepe and some lettuce, put some cilantro or herbs or mint in there, dip it right into the sauce, and eat it with your hands. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and good luck making it.